Welcome to the RedRaven for General Industry breakout session. I'm Tina White, RedRaven Business Development for North American distributors and our indirect sales channels. I have more than 20 years of experience in the telecom, mobility, and data networking industries, designing and selling enterprise data networks, wireless, machine-to-machine, and IoT solutions, and cloud-based services to global industrial enterprises. For today's session, I'll present some of the benefits of implementing IoT solutions within the industrial plants and operations. I will then explain why Flowserve's RedRaven solution stands apart from our competitors. I'll give you an overview of our RedRaven portfolio of services. And finally, I will highlight some success stories and talk about some industries where we're finding some interest and success implementing RedRaven IoT monitoring and analytics solutions. Please type your questions in the chat box, and what I don't touch on during the session, I can address with you following the session. So why are plants investing in IoT? Well, let's talk about IoT in our everyday lives. Auto manufacturers install from 15 to 30 sensors in your car's engine to track that it's running properly and predict when it's time to schedule your next maintenance. That information is collected, it's sent over the internet to a centralized database that's accessible by all authorized dealers and authorized service centers. So before you even drive into the service center, they know your oil and your coolant levels, temperatures at various points across your engine, and even your mileage. They collect that data, one, as a courtesy to remind you when it's time to get your car serviced, but also to ensure that the vehicle is being properly maintained before they pay out on warranty claims, for example. Or when it comes time for resale, they use that information for certification to verify that the equipment has been properly maintained, and then they can charge more for a vehicle that's certified that it's been maintained properly. They can also offer extended warranties because they know that vehicles will run longer with fewer problems if they've been properly maintained. So now, why are companies investing in IoT monitoring solutions for their equipment, assets, and systems? For the exact same reason. They want to reduce or avoid failures and unexpected downtime. They want to reduce costs and extend the life of their assets. They want to improve safety and enhance equipment efficiency by reducing energy consumption. When maintenance teams can predict the equipment behavior, they can be more effective at their job by focusing on equipment that actually requires their attention. They can respond to problems quickly, minimize disruptions and downtime. They can use trend analysis data to make informed decisions about maintenance planning and schedule downtime for maintenance activities. In terms of cost reductions, well, one of them is total cost of ownership, because when you schedule your equipment's maintenance and you perform that necessary and recommended maintenance in a timely manner, the life of the asset is extended. So you don't need to replace that asset as often. Costs also come in the form of labor and material costs. So when there's unexpected downtime, production hours are lost. So plants will end up having to operate on weekends or overnight, and that increases the labor costs and causes them to have to pay overtime. And when a machine shuts down in the middle of production, because it always shuts down in the middle of production, that entire batch and all the materials used in that unfinished batch have to be scrapped, increasing the cost of materials. How about safety? How can you improve safety with IoT? By alerting technicians that there's a problem and what that failure mode might be, they can be sure that they have the right parts, right tools, and the right skills before going in and dismantling that equipment. And because when techs or maintenance engineers react to unexpected failures, there's a higher chance of making a mistake and causing further damage to the machine, or even worse, resulting in a safety incident or death of an employee. Studies on workplace safety estimate 35% of all accidents and deaths occur as a result of unexpected equipment failure. And finally, they want to enhance the efficiency of the equipment. And they can do that by knowing the operating performance of the assets and correcting any system inefficiencies, leaks, excessive vibration, or other mechanical issues. Because when your assets and systems run better, they require less energy to produce the same level of output. The Department of Energy estimates that you can decrease your energy consumption costs 20 to 40% simply by implementing a proactive maintenance program. Less energy, lower electricity costs, and that also means a reduction of greenhouse gas emissions. Although there are other companies in the market touting their own asset monitoring or predictive AI analytics solutions, why would a company choose Flowserve? Well, it's because Flowserve has been at the forefront of exploring, developing, and rolling out equipment monitoring technologies and solutions for more than 10 years, continuing to improve upon previous generations with the latest and greatest technologies. And our proprietary algorithms have been field tested to ensure that the diagnostics are accurate. So everything from the portal layout to the corrective and the preventative maintenance recommendations have been developed for operations, maintenance, and reliability teams. RedRaven even integrates with existing operational technologies and protocols, so you can enable these advanced digital tools in your plants without completely overhauling the operational technologies that are already running in your plant. And with a global footprint, we can align the corporate digital transformation strategy and ESG initiatives with the needs and challenges and priorities of those in the plants. So it allows the company to have a standardized IoT solution across all of its plants globally. Finally, and the most critical aspect of rolling out digital IoT solutions is the need for widespread adoption and effective use of these new tools and technologies. With Flowserve's Monitoring Center, we partner with your plant's operation and maintenance teams to enable them to take advantage of these new tools and maximize their value. Data alone is not enough. So with Flowserve's Monitoring Center, we have a 24/7 remote support desk that's staffed with reliability, flow control, and vibration specialists who will work with your maintenance teams proactively when there's an alarm or alert that's triggered, or even when there's some unusual FFT spectrum readings being recorded. They provide guidance, make recommendations for action to either investigate or actions to take to correct. They're crucial in changing behaviors of your teams at the plant to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of their maintenance program, to avoid failures, and to maximize your plant's production. Here's an example of an engagement with our Flowserve Monitoring Center and a customer that has our RedRaven condition monitoring service. So the monitoring center, as well as the service, detected that there was an anomaly and some spikes in vibration that were intermittent. Our team notified the operator, and the operator said, well, the DCS shows no abnormal or excessive vibrations that were being recorded. But over the next day and a half, there were still several intermittent spikes in vibration. So the next evening, the customer shut off the fan, and based on the recommendations of the Flowserve Monitoring Center, they sent a tech to inspect it. And as a result, they were able to identify worn bearings and scheduled to take the fan offline that weekend to change them out. In addition, they had identified there was a clogged intake that was due to a bird strike, which actually was a fire hazard as well. So at the same time, they handled that issue too. So what type of monitoring and analytics solutions does RedRaven offer? So overall, RedRaven is a connected platform that gives you the tools, the hardware, and the insights to monitor and optimize flow control equipment performance, so you can proactively identify and address issues before they cause downtime and disruptions. Whether manufactured by Flowserve or by a competitor, RedRaven can still monitor the data and provide great insights. For our pumps, we offer condition monitoring and predictive analytics. Our condition monitoring is actually also suitable for other types of rotating equipment. Our condition monitoring uses wireless retrofitted sensors to existing rotating equipment to measure and record key parameters such as vibration, pressure, and temperature. And it will notify you if you're out of range, if any of the measurements are out of range. And it visualizes all of the measurements and tracks those over the past year, so you can identify if there's been any changes to the performance of that asset. It's low cost, it's easily scalable, and as I said, suitable for all equipment that rotates: blowers, fans, compressors, agitators, and mixers. RedRaven's predictive analytics detects and diagnoses specific failure modes for pumps. And there are 3 different levels or 3 options of our predictive analytics. First is our detect mode for centrifugal pumps, our advanced performance mode for centrifugal pumps, and our predictive analytics specifically for CHE, dry, or boost pumps. Our predictive analytics uses our proprietary data analytics software and algorithms to identify and diagnose the most common mechanical equipment fault codes. So for our standard detect predictive analytics service, for example, some of the common failure codes include misalignment, imbalance, parts rubbing, bearing wear. And with the advanced level predictive analytics service, the platform incorporates hydraulic data to plot the performance curve, calculate operational efficiency, diagnose hydraulics-based performance conditions like cavitation and recirculation. And it can determine energy waste and energy consumption reductions as a result of correcting the fault condition. You don't just receive the data, you receive real insights needed to make informed decisions to improve your plant's efficiency, productivity, and bottom line. Our CHE version of our predictive analytics was recently launched. Reach out to us for more information and we'll schedule an appointment with you. As for valves, the data is collected from multiple data points by the digital positioners and electronic actuators, regardless of manufacturer, allowing you to review current snapshot and historical trends or anomalies for dozens of data points and measurements across your flow control system. Each reading in our portal is clearly marked with a status icon and linked to corrective or preventative maintenance actions to take. All of this is on the same screen. So because the RedRaven platform is manufacturer agnostic, the RedRaven platform, it visualizes the health and performance of the flow control system at the plant level and all the way down to the individual valve level for all manufacturers on one screen. The data is also available on an online web-based portal. It doesn't require that you're on site or connect physically into the positioner to download the data. Finally, we have our mechanical seals. Our mechanical seals is on the brink of a full-scale launch. RedRaven is able to monitor specific seal characteristics and current conditions of seal face, chamber, and other points across the common piping plans to trend and even predict seal failure events, allowing for, again, corrective action to be taken before the seal or the seal system fails. Make sure that you check out my colleague, Chris Richey, in his breakout session that's specifically about our RedRaven solutions for mechanical seals. So let's take a look at a couple case studies. So this case study is for a customer that bought our wireless condition monitoring for jet fuel, and they're monitoring jet fuel tanks at a couple of US airports. So this management company is responsible for the fuel distribution infrastructure and refueling operations of aircraft at several different airports around the US. So asset change notifications, on-demand troubleshooting with the monitoring center enables them to prevent failures and minimize any sort of downtime, because both of them result in delayed departures and heavy fines. This is a desalination plant in Oman. And so the water supplier in the Middle East continued to experience frequent pump failures. Not only were there massive fines that were imposed on them because of their inability to meet their supply targets, but it actually created a shortage of potable water in the area. So after installing RedRaven predictive analytics on 17 critical pumps, the operator began streamlining maintenance protocols. They were able to identify any immediate root cause issues for their pump failures and able to get those resolved as a top priority. And then they rolled out predictive analytics on more pumps so that in the future, they would know when these different pumps needed to schedule maintenance and be able to handle any performance issues or pump issues that may have arisen in the future. And this ensures that they'll avoid failures in the future. What about other industries? Well, when it comes to water and wastewater, as well as several industry applications using water, RedRaven can help avoid leaks caused by worn assets, which will reduce energy consumption and contamination. In paper and pulp, for example, RedRaven can reduce the amount of time employees spend in hazardous areas of the plant just for the normal route inspections. RedRaven can monitor the equipment in those areas and send a notification when there's an indication of a problem, and that will alert someone to go out on site. At the same time, RedRaven can alert the maintenance team when parts like bearings or other rolling parts are showing signs of wear and when it's time to schedule maintenance. As far as the specialty chemicals and pharmaceuticals, RedRaven can identify when there are excessive vibrations within the system that lead to seal breakage, for example, allowing the teams in the plants to know the root cause of the problem and fix that root problem to reduce the number of seals that are breaking. But regardless of your industry, according to studies conducted by the Hydraulics Institute and published in the Department of Energy's Operations and Maintenance Best Practices Guide, implementing a proactive maintenance program based on data-driven digital monitoring and analytics will save a plant 25 to 30% of their maintenance costs. It'll reduce downtime 35 to 40%, increase production 20 to 25%, and all but eliminate outages, with estimated reductions of nearly 70 to 75%. With RedRaven's end-to-end, fully installed, commissioned, and managed turnkey solution with expert support from our monitoring center, you'll have the information you need to predict and detect problems, to take advantage, to take action, to avoid failures and unexpected downtime, and finally to protect your assets, protect your employees, protect your bottom line, protect your customer relationships, and protect your reputation. For more information about RedRaven, you'll find it on the Flowserve website. Feel free to send myself or the Global Commercial Manager, Francesco Gaspari, an email, and we'll direct you to the proper RedRaven Business Development team member who is assigned to you and can work with you. And on behalf of the RedRaven Business Development team, we look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you.